Is BTS truly on the verge of a major transformation? Why did Taehyung suddenly disappear from the public radar just as HYBE officially began discussing BTS's future? And what about Jungkook, who has always appeared most active? Will he be the central axis of the group's continuation? Or is he also considering a different path? In an official statement released by HYBE labels last night, the company finally broke its long silence regarding a new direction that will be taken by BTS after all members complete their military service. However, amid the tension of that announcement, public attention turned instead to one unspoken issue: Taehyung's absence from any form of communication, both digitally and physically, for more than 2 weeks.
No social media updates.
No official photos. No routine military reports that usually serve as a reminder that they're still safe. The military did state that Taehyung is currently undergoing advanced training as part of his assignment in a special unit. However, an internal source who wished to remain anonymous revealed that there is tight security surrounding Taehyung's training site, and not just any information can be released. This differs from previous approaches to other BTS members also undergoing enlistment. Some analysts have even begun to speculate that Taehyung's future role could be far more complex and not limited to being a regular artist. However, the main issue is not just Taehyung's whereabouts, but how this directly impacts HYBE's strategy to maintain BTS as an active entity after the military hiatus. In an internal meeting that was leaked to South Korean media, the discussion regarding a new group structure was said to be intense and spark debate. Several executives stated that BTS's direction going forward will heavily depend on two central figures: RM as the conceptual director, and Jungkook as the axis of global popularity. Jungkook, who in the past 2 years has demonstrated extraordinary expansion in his international career, including collaborations with global artists like Justin Timberlake and the Kid Laroi, is reportedly being offered an exclusive contract separate from BTS to strengthen HYBE's presence in the Western market. A source from one of HYBE's affiliate labels even revealed that major negotiations are underway, and Jungkook's final decision could ultimately alter the group's trajectory forever. Surprisingly, in a recent closed conference held by HYBE, there was no explicit mention of Taehyung's name in BTS's long-term roadmap. This certainly raised speculation among fans and K-pop industry analysts. Will Taehyung remain an active part of BTS after military service ends, or is he preparing a different path outside the group framework? In parallel, a report from a Korean entertainment news outlet claimed that Jungkook once refused to attend an internal management meeting due to physical and mental exhaustion. Though not directly confirmed by the agency, the report supports the notion that the pressure Jungkook has faced in recent months has reached a concerning level. Interestingly, Bang Si-hyuk, the founder of HYBE, recently stated in an interview that change is an inevitable part of growth. Many observers interpreted this sentence as a signal that a major transformation is taking place within BTS, whether in the form of group restructuring, role redefinition among members, or even complete career separation. In Taehyung's absence, the greatest spotlight now shifts to Jungkook. He's not only the face that appears most often in international media, but also the owner of the largest fan base outside of Asia. The pressure he's facing isn't just about maintaining reputation, but also being the main pillar of the group's stability amid increasingly complex internal dynamics. What if Jungkook's final decision actually leans away from the group concept and toward a permanent solo path? Some industry experts argue that the K-pop business model is now experiencing a major shift from group-centric to individual-focused. HYBE, as one of the pioneers, surely recognizes this. And BTS, as the biggest entity they've ever built, is their ultimate test. Can they maintain the original formation with all the global industry pressure, or will they follow the wave of commercialization that prioritizes individuals over collectivity? A major shock may be coming. If Taehyung is indeed being prepared for a military or public position beyond BTS, that could change the perception of BTS's role as a pure music group. If Jungkook decides to form his own label, or signs a new contract without the group label, K-pop history will record it as the most drastic turning point in the BTS era. In a recent exclusive interview published by Harper's Bazaar Japan, Jungkook once stated a sentence that has now become a topic of discussion among fans and media. Sometimes we have to walk alone, not because we want to, but because the path is different. Is this a reflection of the internal BTS dynamic that is now growing distant? Is this a clue that the unity of BTS is no longer the top priority for some members? No one can answer that for sure, except time. But one thing is clear, major decisions are being made behind the scenes. And the public, for now, can only piece together fragments of information to form a vague picture of what's really happening. HYBE may be designing their most ambitious business strategy yet. But on the other hand, they're playing with the hopes of millions of fans who want one simple thing: BTS to stay together, whole, and without losing anyone. However, amid the flood of information and endless speculation flooding the digital space, a fundamental question must be asked seriously. Are we truly witnessing the internal dynamics of BTS as they really are? Or is this all part of a grand narrative deliberately constructed to draw global attention? To what extent can the truth of the information circulating on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and various other online media be used as a basis for understanding the reality behind HYBE's walls and the private lives of BTS members? Why has there still been no clear official statement regarding Taehyung's position? Why is Jungkook remaining silent when the public is clinging to hope and curiosity about him? Is it possible that all of this is merely a covert marketing strategy carefully designed to exploit the collective emotions of millions of fans around the world? Or is there an internal conflict being deliberately veiled so the image remains stable in the eyes of investors and international media? As viewers and readers, we must ask further. Is the information we consume truly based on facts, or just fragments of a narrative shaped by the algorithm of virality? When an article, video, or tweet emerges and immediately provokes emotion, are we reacting to the truth, or are we being manipulated by sensation? It should be noted that some of the information used in compiling this article originates from various platforms and social media channels that have varying levels of accuracy. Much of the data has not yet undergone a rigorous journalistic verification process. Therefore, it is crucial for all of us, as fans, pop culture observers, and digital citizens, to remain skeptical, reflective, and not swallow every narrative wrapped in a dramatic headline or viral video clip. Are you sure you've obtained the whole truth? Or are you merely seeing the version that certain parties want to present? Do not let love for an idol cloud our ability to judge objectively. Nor should we let the noise of media drown out our common sense and critical curiosity. The answers to these questions are not found in a single article or a single source, but rather in our collective courage to continue seeking the real truth. Let us think critically, remain open, and not be easily provoked. Thank you.